and welcome to the Double Fall Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Will, and I'm here with my co-host, Coach Jeremy. We just watched number one seed Jannik Sinner claim his second Australian Open title, third Grand Slam, and I think there's no more questions. Right now, he is the best player in the world. We were kind of hoping for a better match. We were hyping up Sascha. We really wanted him to get his first slam, but Coach Jeremy, I think Jannik just too much game for everyone right now, especially on a hard court.
Yeah, too much game, or as we say, TMG, a la Brad Gilbert. Sinner really, I was texting you before. I was like, look, Alcaraz is the only hope that we see right now that can rise to the Sinner level, because he is so steady. And he had his injury concerns this tournament, but didn't matter at all. I thought that Zverev was going to have to play kind of a injured opponent in that final.
Yeah,
Right?
especially
The way Sinner was looking toward the end of the Shelton match, and not at all. It was like Sinner was 100% somehow. Absolutely unbelievable.
and I
We're
think
going to say there were no, we're going to always assume they're innocent, right? We're going to say there were no drugs involved,
he's got that
But
appeal testing
he
coming up.
was, he was 100%, and Sinner showed
Yeah, it's so hard to
why he's
predict.
number one,
Yeah,
best in the world, man.
yeah. For there's no more doubt, and I kind of blame Carlos for this not being a good final because those are the two best players in the world. I want them to be playing in the finals. That them playing is like Roger versus Rafa. Like it's going to be
Mm-hmm.
blockbuster, and obviously it's
Mm-hmm.
tough with Novak. Having a tear. Like, does Sascha beat him if he's close to 100%? Sascha almost lost to Tommy Paul. Like, did he deserve it? Was he the second best player in the tournament? It's tough to know the answer like that because there's so much known and we always see who won each match. But I think Sascha just proved, like, even for how good his tennis is, we talked about his level of the game. Like, he just doesn't have that, like, champion mentality yet. Too many times against Jannik, he showed that he was a little tentative. And, Sinner has absolutely no holes in his game. I thought they served pretty much very similarly, high rates. Jannik matched Zverev's rally tolerance for both wings. His forehand and backhand are both equally lethal. I thought when so
Look,
many.
Zverev said it right, okay? In the post-match interview, he said, look, there are like 6 or 7 dimensions of the game, and I had the serve, and Sinner's backhand was better than mine, and his forehand was better than mine, and return, net game, all of these other variables. So Zverev's the first. He's more in the know than anyone right
Yeah,
now, and he's the first to say, "Yep, Sinner was just, he was too good. He was a step above, himself."
yeah,
Which he is at an extremely high pedigree right now. You have to respect what he says.
yeah. He said he wasn't good enough
And
too, which is
I
kind of
think,
sad.
I mean, that's sad. And I don't think it's true.
I don't think. Yeah,
And I'm sure Sinner was, when he was consoling him, it was saying a similar thing, that it's like, look, you are at the same level. Just momentum's super important in tennis, and yeah, sort of a little overwhelmed in that
yeah,
moment. Regardless, I think that he again is chasing Sinner and Alcaraz, and Djokovic always the mysterious layer right now for the game. But like, though Zverev is number 2, he's like the next closest to that level, because Medvedev actually, like, later we're gonna do the winners and losers,
oh yeah,
right? He's on my losers, absolutely. Like, Medvedev number 7 now.
yeah. We could save that for when we go and break into other people. But I agree
Yeah.
with everything you said. I think Sasha did show he could be there. I thought it's so many times he had chances where it was like a 30-all second serve point, and then they would get into an extended rally, and then the point would just end on like a Zverev forehand miss. Not even like Sinner blowing him off the court. It was just like a pretty tough rally ball that he just couldn't keep up. Like after 20 shots though. So it's like he was right there. If a couple more points went his way, I thought he
Yeah.
impressed me at times where he got himself out of a couple jams, fought off break points, got back to deuce. The first set was definitely an important set for Zverev to like establish confidence, and I think there was just too many times where he had the chance to put Sinner away, and then he just kept him in the game a little bit more, and then eventually, if you go back to deuce, get back to deuce, advantage, Sinner's going to convert one of those break points eventually, and like you said, I think it was important for Sascha to just be patient, stay steady, wait for Sinner to give him like half a look, but not assume that he's going to get looks because, Sinner didn't have any break points faced. So there wasn't really looks, but it was close that like Sascha just, the few chances he had, he couldn't convert. And tennis is always a sport where if a couple more points go your way, this match could have been completely different. I think ending it in straight sets was the play for Jannik to avoid any physical struggles later in the match, especially with Zverev, the way his body holds up. I don't think you want to make that a grueling contest. But I thought Sinner was like okay with just rallying him and keeping the point going. Like I don't think he was afraid of playing long points like we thought he might be. But man, Sinner is a machine. I don't want to go against Jannik. He is the standard now. Carlos,
Yeah.
he's not right there, but Sinner's the standard. He's not going to get any worse. I think this is like the best he's going to keep playing because he's proven time and time again he's not going to beat himself. I think the moment isn't too big for him. He plays his best tennis in the biggest stages. His demeanor kind of reminded me of like Federer in the sense where like regardless of the outcome of the point, Sinner is like stoic and like cold blooded, and it doesn't really affect him. Where I thought a couple times where Zverev got misses, unfortunate like rally balls hit the net, and to the point where he like displayed negative energy, pissed at himself for missing with fake throw his racket. Where Sinner is just like okay, on to the next one, go to my towel, reset mentally. Even if it's a point where he wins, he doesn't get too high, maybe just a subtle fist pump. Whereas Zverev, I think like that's the next layer for him as a player to overcome these kind of situations and win these matches is just learn how to control the moment and not be affected by the point before and like the weight of the point because it's obviously easier said than done and you're not going to get that be able to handle that experience until you have that experience. And now it's his third
Yeah,
Grand Slam
well,
final, but
Will, I can't wait to see you consoling Zverev, like, tell him what he needs to do differently.
yeah, obviously. I
You
mean, I'm
know,
just saying like that's what I saw when I was watching because it's like he has the quality to win it.
he does, and I think that he'll prove himself wrong, and he will win a Grand Slam at some point.
I think he's primed to use this and then have a real shot at winning Roland Garros because I think on the clay, his defense where he naturally
He's
wants
even
to,
better.
he's even better because now
Yeah,
his defense is more effective on the clay. I think he's still a top 2, 3 player on clay. Obviously, Alcaraz is going to be an issue. Sinner's going to be an issue, but Sasha's not going away.
Djokovic wild card there at the French Open.
Yeah,
It's like,
I think if
what are we gonna get?
a
Is he
lot
gonna
of
be the best clay court player or the fifth best?
yeah, Clay is so physically demanding. Like him having injury concerns now, like it's going to be a little tough. But
Hmm.
definitely a tough L to take for Sascha. He's still like he's got the Masters 1000s title. He has the ATP Finals championship. He has the Olympic gold medal. Like what? It's everything but a slam. And hopefully that can come soon. We were both rooting for him. And now Jannik Sinner joins some rare company with 3 Grand Slams. He joins Arthur Ashe, Stan Wawrinka, Andy Murray, Gustavo Kuerten, and now he's only one behind Carlos. And that's going to be a big talking point, especially who coming up to this Roland Garros. If they play each other, the race for 4 for him to tie it up because, I mean, Sinner, I don't think there's not much more to say on that. He's just the best player in the world. He's got all the tools. He showed the better variety with Zverev to end the long points, and I hope this motivates the rest of the tour to try to get to him, get to that level, because If people start playing on that kind of level, we're in for some good tennis, and definitely a lot to look forward to. Yeah,
One last thing about Sinner is he's on that 2005 Federer on hard court kind of mode that you're facing him on hard court, good luck.
yeah.
Like, best winning percentage of all time. Federer only lost one match in 2005
To Safin.
in hard courts, but like Sinner's right there. Like
That,
it's gonna be tough for Alcaraz to match him on hard and anyone else, obviously.
that's 3 hard court slams in a row for him, and he's probably going to be the favorite for the U.S. Open.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, who would you pick over Sinner in the U.S. Open? Only Alcaraz and Djokovic? Probably not, man.
Yeah.
I'd be shocked.
Yeah, he's too good. He's too good out of the corners, the way he slides and like can change direction, everything.
Sledding on hard court, which
Which Zverev doesn't.
a lot of people do, but
yeah, Sinner does it the best. Yeah, he's a
agreed.
he's a cheat code these days.